Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Peace, Love, and Happy Hour. This is Big Kenny. How y'all doing? Somebody fire me up some comments here. Let me see who's out there. Where you coming from? Yep, there we go. Marianne Rossiter, number one. Marianne, love everybody, Marianne. Yes, yeah, awesome, awesome. Steph Alfonsi, yes, yes. Felicia, hey, hello, hello, Casty. All right, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Why didn't it give me locations here? Read locations, cities. Wisconsin. Good evening, Teach is out there. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, Minnesota's coming in. Howdy, how you doing? Hendersonville, local, Nash Tenney. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, this is looking good. Oh, Culpeper, Althea, how you doing? Georgie, Georgia, how y'all doing? Good to see everybody. Yeah. Woo, Virginia, the great state of, whose motto is love everybody. Woo, it's wonderful to be bringing you peace, love, and happy hour from right here at the Pub of Love. Yes, inside the front door to my home, right here in Music City, USA, we are bringing you happiness and fun and love for everyone. Yes, peace, love, and happy hour. And part of that fun we're going to be bringing you here tonight is going to involve a little music. Part of it's going to involve some amazingly special guests. That's some of the most talented I've ever known in my entire life. Yeah. Man, how's everybody been doing? I mean, what another crazy week. I mean, it's just completely hard to, even digest it all on a continuous basis, isn't it? So I guess the good way to start with good digestion is for us all to raise a glass high in the air and let's do a toast to peace, love, and happy hour. Yeah, for everyone, no doubt. Yeah. Cheers, y'all. Love you big time. Thank you so much for rolling in here again this week. Man, I tell you what, last night was certainly fun. Got to watch Brother John Rich, the John Rich Happy Hour stream from up there at Mount Richmore, and with another awesome special guest, Randy Hauser. What a blast that was. And then went over to see Music Mafia brother and Shannon Lawson after that. And I mean, that was just a night of streaming. Yeah, it's still pouring in here. Thank y'all so much for coming in. And thank y'all so much for being here again this week for Big Kenny's Peace, Love, and Happy Hour. Make sure if you think about it, if there's a share button on there and you got friends you want to see this entertainment here tonight, and please thank you so much for sharing it and spreading the word out there and the joy and the love. Yeah. Yeah. Franklin, Ohio, yeah, they're still coming in. Springfield, Ohio, yeah, they're coming in. Maine. Well, it started out down a dirty road. Started out all alone. And the sun went down as across the hill, and the town slid up, and the world got still. And I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Oh, well, the good old days may not return, and the rocks might melt, and the sea might burn, but I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down will beat you down, break your heart, and steal your crown. So start it out for God knows where, and I guess I'll know when I get there. Help me out. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. They're coming down is the hardest thing. Just to start it out for God knows where, knows where. I guess I'll know when I get there, 'cause I'm learning to fly. Oh, ain't got wings. They're coming down, it's the hardest thing, but I'm learning to fly. I tell you what, with everything that everybody's been going through here for the past few months, it really is learning to fly. And I tell you what, man, I just love me some Tom Petty music, some Tom Petty songs, man. I mean, what an artist. God bless him and everything he contributed to the world. It was just beautiful. If there's any Mafia folks out there to remember this tune from the good old days now, the Pub of Love, make sure you throw one in there too. Yeah! Limo Larry take you anywhere. Where you wanna go? Where do you want to go? Limo Larry take you anywhere. Where you wanna go? Where do you want to go? Imagine that, man, when anybody can go anywhere they want to again. Woo! I tell you what, ain't gonna take freedom for granted. No. Ain't gonna ever take that for granted. Boy. Yes, I'm learning to fly. Limo Larry take you anywhere. Where you wanna go? Where do you want to go? Limo Larry take you anywhere. Where you wanna go? Where do you want to 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 go? Wow, that was fun. That reminded me of an old school Music Mafia style jam to all my Music Mafia brothers out there. I mean, seeing John and Shannon and Randy last night, and having brother Damian Horn here on with me last week. It was just it was super awesome, and I could hear Pino in the background playing the bongos. I was hearing Brian the Barchester drummer back in the day. Man, there were so many great memories made at the Pub of Love there in Nashville, Tennessee. And I mean, it really kind of, I guess it, brings back a whole, just, a whole, just such a huge part of my memory and life to have, to be sitting here with that sign over my shoulder. And just puts me right there in that mood, and I can just hear all my other brothers and sisters playing with me, and oh man, what a joyful experience that is, when you're sitting around with a bunch of other musicians and just making music, and everybody's just bringing melody and groove to the moment, and it's just such a great feeling that I just never want to take that for granted. And in the midst of these, I mean, some tough times out there for people, y'all. I mean, straight up, and a lot of just people are really, showing some of the best of themselves with all the great responders out there, and the medical workers have been helping folks out in these times. But man, boy, that's just something to really take a moment. And when the peace and love part of the happy hour is just to be thankful, man, to be thankful for that great blessing that we do have. And I just know that we're all going to be out there in glory land again here real soon. And when I say glory land, I mean that's in live entertainmentville. And until then, it's just super awesome to be able to connect with everyone here on the live stream. On the live stream, we're connecting with you on the live stream. But man, I gotta, throwing out there to Brother John last night. I was playing songs, and when I'm hearing all those voices, I wish they were all right here with me. And, and I just cannot wait until we get to experience that experience again together. And man, I just love all you guys so much, and am so happy to be here in a moment of music. Just make a little music, just bring a little fun to Saturday night. It's Saturday night this week. I was thinking of Saturday night songs, and I thought of my brother, rest his soul, brother Hal Ketchum, and I was thinking, there's a lot of I was inspired by him because he was also a carpenter, and there was a song that he did I just love. There's an Elvis movie on the marquee sign. We've all seen at least 3 times. Everybody's broke, but Bobby's got a buck. Put $1 worth of gas in his pickup truck. We're going 90 miles an hour down a dead-end road. What's the hurry, son? Where you gonna go? We're gonna howl at the moon, shoot out the light. It's a small town Saturday night. It's a small town Saturday night. Well, Lucy's got her lipstick on a little too bright. Bobby's getting drunk and looking for a fight. Liquor on his breath and trouble on his mind. Lucy's just a kid along for the ride. You got a 6-pack of beer and a bottle of wine. Gotta be bad just to have a good time. They're gonna howl at the moon, shoot out the light. It's a small town Saturday night. It's a small town Saturday night. Well, Bobby told Lucy the world ain't round. Says it drops off sharp in the edge of town. Lucy, you know the world must be flat. 'Cause when people go down, they never come back. They go 90 miles an hour to the city limit sign. Pedal to the metal before they change their mind. Gonna howl at the moon, shoot out the light. It's a small town Saturday night. It's a small town Saturday night. They're gonna howl at the moon, shoot out the light. It's a small town Saturday night. It's a small town Saturday night. Yeah, small town Saturday night. Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, that takes me back in time. That song, just Hal Ketchum. Wow, what a voice! What an incredible, talented artist. That song really just takes me back to my earlier years, and how awesome. It just memories of it. I see everybody's going to drive-in theaters now. That's going to be one of the first ways that we bring new live music and to everyone is through drive-in theaters. Isn't that's crazy? Yeah, that's like taking it way back, man. That's going to be taking it back. That's nostalgia brought to the present. Yep, there you have it. Question from Marianne: what is the story of Amarillo Sky, and where was the original title? Yeah, That's a good one, man. Amarillo Sky, sweet Virginia Sky, man. The story of our fathers, there's farmers out there. So, um, speaking of those farmers out there, it's one of the reasons why I have this peace, love, and happy hour. We also, to support our farmers in the great state of Virginia there in peanut country, we have the best, the most premium Virginia peanut, the super crunchiest, most deliciously tasty gourmet peanut that you've ever had. And that is part of our peace, love, and happy hour movement is to support the folks out there who mean so much to us, and the American farmer means the world to myself. Being the son of a farmer and a peanut farmer, family from Virginia, it means a lot to me. They're available. You can get them in 3-packs, 6-packs, and 12-packs on plandhh.com, puboflove.com. You can get them on peaceloveandhappyhour.com. Yes, they are available for your enjoying pleasure. And while everybody's having a cocktail, these are the perfect cocktail nuts to go with them. So you'll have some when we're cranking up next week. You can just go on there and order you up a batch and have a big time. So I was thinking about my guest here tonight. And I guess I met this this super special artist that's coming up, Brother Raul Malo. I met him through another friend of mine, Jamie Hanna. And Jamie and I had become writing buddies there, and that time in Nashville, back in my earliest of my career. I moved here in '94. I was fortunate enough to get a writing deal with Paramount. Famous Music at that time, which is right there on Music Row. And Jamie's one of those other super talented dudes that I met during that time in my life. And we wrote a lot of really colorful songs. And one of those colorful songs we'll bring up here a little later was track number 9 on the record, Trampoline, the Mavericks. And Brother Raul, who's our guest coming up, he was a singer of it. So I'm gonna take you back a little bit to just some of the other writing when I think of Jamie, and I'm inspired by it, and then I'm thinking about the farm there, and this stuff that just pops in my head all of a sudden, and I've just got to let it out, and that's what a happy hour really is all about. I think that's kind of what creative times like this are all about too, is just letting it out. Wind is dancing, sky is turning ebony and gray. Trees are leaning, swaying to the rhythm of the day. Horses running from the thunder rolling by. Voices screaming from that nowhere looking night. I'm looking at the world through these candy-colored glasses that I'm wearing. Staring, noticing that everything is just the way I'd like for it to be. Please, not before you walk into my dream. The birds are singing, she's running through the flower-covered fields. Water falling across my back and I can feel a chill. Walking over bridges, clouds are down below. Talking to someone I'd like to get to, love to get to know. I'm looking at the world through these candy-colored glasses that I'm wearing. Staring, noticing that everything is just the way I'd like for it to be. Please, not before you walk into my dream. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. I'm looking at the world through these candy-colored glasses that I'm wearing, staring, noticing that everything is just the way I'd like for it to be. Please, oh now, before you walk into my night, before you walk into my night, before you walk into my dream. It's so nice to have all of you hanging out here with me in my dream tonight. I'm so happy you came and you knocked and you showed up here in the Facebook live stream. Ooh. Yeah. Woo. Man, I tell you what, that got my everything rocking and going right there, man. Yeah. So wow, let's see some things that have gone on this week. I mean, just let's talk about events of the week. Events of the week. Well, this was another week like last week. And I'm sure it was like that for so many of y'all out there everywhere. And we're just trying to continue with the stay home and keep the safety vibe going, but also being very forthright and astute in what's going on in our world around us. Some quick news briefs that I can give from the news that I'm reading would tell me that there are vaccines now that are going into the second round of trials, and that we have like as many as 8 vaccine candidates out there right now, and I think that's going to make a big difference in our world. And there are people making improvements in all sorts of directions. So that's on the news front. Also, my wife made me a face mask this week. I got to show y'all this, man. This is sweet, and she got a whole thing on the back of it where it ties off. So y'all throw a little love out to Christia for making me this beautiful all-American face mask. But I don't have to wear it here because ain't nobody here. It ain't well over 6 feet away. I'm at my house. Yes, this is crazy. Coming to you from the pub of love, right inside the front door of Big Kenny's house. Yeah, right inside the front door. Well, I think that my friend, this special guest, I think that he's is sitting out there and just about tuned up and ready to go. I know, I had a little a little excitement built up here in the audience, just in crazy fashion to see this guy, man, because this right here is just, it's mind blowing. I mean, there's just not too many of these show up in the world, and by God, we've had one that did, and it was God sent, and God said, there's going to be a voice that sings glory to the people out there amongst the land, and he will be able to sing it in multiple languages, and he will blow your mind. Everybody, friends, brothers and sisters out there, will you please make some noise for my brother Raul Malo? Yes. Raul, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I think I think we're getting it going here. Looks like you sitting outside at your place, and
man, I'm enjoying a beautiful evening here. I'm enjoying a Big Kenny's roasted peanuts right here, and a little tequila, and
yeah. Cheers
salute,
to you, brother.
my friend.
Salute to everyone out there. Salute.
Ah, yes.
Well, man, I've been super excited about this moment, and it's just so awesome, that it came together. I love the little video that you did for us this week, and kind of saying, how time had gone by, and yet to me this is just like yesterday. I mean, my memories go back to like wham. I mean, I can remember just some of the first just huge moments of my life, man, getting a song cut by a major artist. But that wasn't that wasn't the tip of the iceberg. But the tip of the iceberg was the food, man, that you had going on in the studio, the vibe, the family, the friends, just the vibe that you had created there, where y'all were creating this amazing music. But
Well, thank you, man. You
yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
it's awesome to see you, man. It's awesome to, musicians. I tell this to people all the time. You know, we don't see each other that often, because everybody's working, thankfully, and
yeah,
uh, but when you see each other, even if it's been years, you kind of just you pick up where you left off. It's like no time, like what you're
yeah,
saying, like yeah, no time has gone on. It's like
yeah,
we've been working, and you've
yeah,
been working, and man, and
yeah, yeah.
I look back on those days fondly. I mean, I'm seeing your pub of love sign right there, man, and was that on Tuesday nights,
Yeah, Tuesday
it
nights.
was
You came by.
Tuesday night.
You came by.
Hey,
You
yeah, I
played
did. Of
with us,
course I
man.
did.
That was just. It
Of
was
course I did.
mind blowing for us because we were still.
Yeah,
You were one of the. So you were one of the like made. You were a signed artist when I was a aspiring artist, and I finally got
yeah,
signed as a songwriter here in Nashville. And so you were one of
right.
the
I
first. Like
remember.
you were a signed artist. Or doing your thing, it was making it happen. And so to have people like you, a lot of artists would show up there at the Music Mafias. We evidently got a little name going there at the Pub of Love, and things started happening. So
Man, you turned a scene. You turned a scene into a career.
it
You
did.
did. You
Yeah,
you you
and
did.
for
That's
a
exactly
Big
what
and
you
Rich
did. It was
career, a
beautiful.
Gretchen Wilson
Yeah,
career, a James
yeah,
Otto career, a Cowboy
yeah,
Troy career,
yeah,
a Shannon Lawson.
yeah,
I mean, a list John
yeah,
Nicholson. I mean, it's boom, boom,
yeah.
boom,
It
crazy,
goes
right?
on. Yeah, yeah. It's beautiful. It was beautiful to be there. It's not unlike what happened in Miami when we started, and what we did. We started a country band in Miami. That
Yeah,
was we got more than our fair share of funny looks. Just whenever you're trying to do anything different. And so I really enjoyed those Pub of Love gigs, man, and what you guys were doing. It was so freewheeling, and it was so uncorporate and so kind of organic and just
yeah,
beautiful. The
yeah.
way it happened, and it was really fun to be there. I mean, I got to witness it, and so I feel
Yeah.
I feel those were special days, I think.
Good. Well, I tell you what's happened. I feel like we're both kind of in that mind space now, and I know I was getting myself in a mind space. So imagine you're there at the Pub of Love. This is the Music
Yeah.
Mafia on a Tuesday night, and here we are, man. It's like we're all like going, this is amazing, man. Y'all know Raul's in the house. Can you believe it, man? Raul, he's coming in. He was just in off the road. They've been out on tour with everybody. He's gonna be playing tonight. Friends, brothers and sisters, guess who's here? Make some noise for Raul Malo. Boom. I'm setting you down. You're saying hello to everybody. And put yourself in that mind space. What's the song you play?
Man, well, if I'm with a band and the group of musicians that was there, you can play just about anything with
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
And so if I'm gonna be by myself, obviously that's a different thing, But and that was the beauty of those nights, man. You could play anything, and it didn't
Yeah.
matter. You had so many different musicians, and then you had Pino with all
Yeah.
his percussion and and
Yeah.
and and the people that he would bring in to
Yeah.
jam, and
Yeah.
yeah, it
Brian
was it was
Barnett, man. Those
yeah,
guys,
man.
they come in every week with a couple of laundry baskets full of tambourines and
That's
shakers and
right.
stuff, just
Yeah,
having everybody in
yeah,
the room,
yeah,
making a joyful rhythm and a joyful
yeah,
moment. Yeah.
yeah. What a
So
beautiful thing.
So then we'll imagine that since you are there by yourself right now, that there's not the band to kick in, and Raul just play anything he wants to for the audience out there. What we play.
Well, you got it, pal. Hey, technical question. Do I keep the headphones on while
Yeah,
or
absolutely, man. If can you
okay?
hear
You can
yourself?
hear? Oh
I
no,
can hear
I'm
you
fine.
great.
Okay, good.
I can hear
All right,
you
here we go.
great. If you can hear great, we can hear great. This is awesome.
All right.
Yeah, you hearing them?
Can you hear?
I think the guitar's a little light, but
A little
we'll
light.
work on it.
Well, let me try.
A
Hey, man,
little
let me
light.
try this. Let me take off the headphones so that the microphone on the phone picks it up, and I think that
Okay.
might be better.
Well,
Yeah.
let's try it. Let's see
Here's
what
a,
happens, man. We're figuring out some new stuff.
See what
What do you
happens
think?
there.
Yeah, that definitely brings it up.
Better,
But
right?
I'm still hearing your voice. Yeah, yeah.
You hear me?
I
All
can
right.
hear you.
And then when I go back
Can
to
y'all hear
talking, I'll
him?
put it back on.
Okay.
Hey, we're
All
winging
right.
it here, baby. This is, you know.
Yes, this is how you do it. Peace, love, and happy. Raul Malo.
In the twilight glow, I see her. Blue eyes cry in the rain. Then we kissed goodbye and parted. I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, where only memories remain. And through the ages, I will remember. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. And in the land that knows no parting, blue eyes crying in the rain. Blue eyes crying in the rain.
My God, that was beautiful, Raul. That's stunning. Wow. Everybody out there's just hearts. All I'm seeing is just hearts flowing in the comments right
Oh,
now. It's just hearts pouring out. Hearts pouring out. Beautiful, man. Just beautiful.
thank you,
Hearts
brother.
pouring out everywhere, Raul. You get your ears in now, you can hear me. That was just stunning. Vocal, it worked out.
Thank
However,
you.
this figuring things out here with that microphone, the way you set it up, that was pristine and lovely. And lovely.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
pal.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. And
Yeah.
well, a little Willie Nelson, on a beautiful afternoon, talking to
Gee.
my buddy Kenny on,
Yeah.
as we quarantine, as
Yeah.
as we figure this out, and try to entertain folks as we go along, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
So I'm
we could be
thinking
doing
back.
a lot worse right now,
I'm well. I'm Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, man. Another reason we count our blessings. We're counting our blessings. We got
Right.
blessings to count. There's all the stuff that we can't do. No, what can we do? We're talking about what we can do. What we can do is Big
That's
Kenny and
right.
Raul can get here on the interweb and we can
That's
live
right.
stream some music, man. We can live stream some music for the fans. And
Yes, we can.
one of the reasons that I love moments like this to get to live stream, I love to show people, introduce my friends to things that I love and respect so much. And I tell you, brother, you definitely got one of those voices that I love and respect so much. I want you to go
Thank
back
you, man.
again, like to Miami. I was
Yeah.
just kind of thinking of that the summer when I moved from Culpeper, Virginia, this little farm town I was in. We came from totally different things. I came from a real rural area. I came off of a farm,
Right.
and you came out of the
Yeah.
city, right?
Yeah.
But it's still crazy to move from where you are to go somewhere else thinking I'm going to go there to try to make it happen. I mean, I was packed up my stuff, locked my house, and came to Nashville in the summer of '94. So,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
story, I mean, you did
I
something.
was I was I was just a few years ahead of you, but
Yeah,
man, dreams are dreams, no matter where you're from. No
yeah,
matter where you're at.
yeah,
And you know, coming up here was a shock to the system, like you said. Leaving a big city like Miami and coming up to Nashville. In those days, where it was it was challenging, but you know how you always it didn't matter.
yeah,
You had your eye on the prize. I had my eye on the prize, and
yeah,
we were just working and trying to figure it out.
yeah,
And
yeah. That's
I
it.
mean, I would have lived anywhere.
Yeah,
As long as I get to play music
yeah.
and living here. And it turns out I love Nashville. I've raised
I
three
do.
kids here. You've got family here too,
Yes,
and it's a lovely town. It's a lovely community, and filled with musicians, and I like
yeah,
that. I like that my musician friends. It's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
I'm not the only weirdo.
Yeah, 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 exactly,
you know,
exactly.
you know,
I remember
like
that.
when you go to school, your kid's school, and it's
Yeah,
like every parent there, is like, they get up early, they wear khaki pants,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
got short hair,
yep.
and they're
We're
all,
keeping long hair alive.
yeah, I'm taking them in like I'm hungover, I just got off the bus,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I still have I still have gig smell,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like dropping my kids off, and parents are looking at you funny, and it's like, yeah, I'm a
yeah,
musician. What do you want?
yeah.
you know?
Man, what a crazy experience over that time it's been from first coming here. And I know for me, and I'm sure it's the same as you. No matter what city you came from, when you showed up in Music City, it was like, holy crap! There are so many musicians here. There's
Yeah,
so much talent
yeah,
here that it's like,
yeah.
yeah, you just
Well,
get a whole
I,
nother respect. It
it
resets your barometer, your meter.
and you think you know a lot, and wherever you come from and whatever, and I guess that's the folly of youth. It's like you always
Yeah,
think that oh, this is how it's done or this is how it is, and then you get here and you work with some amazing producers or musicians and guitar players and engineers, and you go, oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
oh
Like,
that's
holy
how
shit, that's how
that's
they
how
do it.
that's how the adults do it. Okay, got it.
Boy, it's an education and a half, ain't it? I tell
Sure,
everybody
sure.
if people ask you everywhere, how do you do it? Well, you just go jump right into the middle of it. Put yourself around the best, and you'll rise.
I've never known any other way,
Yeah,
than to just jump in the deep end. That's how, I mean, it kind of forces you to swim,
it could
and
definitely.
so
I'm
I've
learning to
always,
fly. Yeah,
yeah. I love that
I'm learning to
opening.
fly.
I love that opening song,
I love that
and
one, man.
yeah, yeah. I can identify it. I guess living the life of a musician. We can identify with that. In a lot of ways. But man, I don't know. I look back and certainly being at home now. You've been you reflect a lot and you think a lot about stuff, and of course you
Yeah,
got family to remind you,
yeah.
hey, how cool you are or what a loser you are. Either or. and it depends on the day, right?
That's
You know,
right, man. That's right. That's right. We give it
you
our
know,
best every day. We give it our best every day. Yeah.
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 And so,
Yeah.
man, so many things. You realize how many things you've taken for granted throughout
That's
the
it.
years.
That's
You
it,
know,
dude. Yeah.
just even the smell of diesel, just the stuff you complain about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I would never complain about a meet and greet if this thing ends tomorrow.
Never.
Ever
Never.
again. Not that I complain about meet and greets. I
Yeah.
complain about a
But
lot worse
yeah.
stuff than
The
that.
crazy thing is we probably won't be able to have the meet and greets, but we probably will be able
No.
to do shows in some format, live events before we're able to
Yeah.
do, full
Yeah.
contact stuff like meet and greets again. But, I think
Yeah.
I'm hearing shows opening up in some states, but they're doing, having a perfect set of rules that everybody has to follow,
Right.
and
Yeah.
keeping groups and social distance and so forth. But
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna, it seems to me like we're all just going to be as smart as we can about it, but try to move on with life as great as we can, because everybody wants to get on to living.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, and I'll certainly adhere to CDC suggestions and whatever
absolutely, absolutely.
whatever the grown-ups decide.
Yeah,
Whenever
we're
the
doing it.
grown-ups tell
Hey,
us,
how about
yeah, we're doing
a
it.
big clap for the music community out there? I mean, it seems like everybody's really been, good about it. Everybody wants to make sure that we're doing the safe and the right thing. And for all of our fans out there, I mean, all the lifeblood of reason we play. Everybody loves to have
Yeah,
someone to be there in front of you, so we want to do the safest thing for them, no matter what.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I think now the music. I think the music community, is showing perfectly reasonable, restraint and
yep,
like wanting to get this thing going because
yeah, yeah.
concerts are
So,
our lifeline,
talking about,
we
I
want them to
think
come back.
there's people out there who's becoming their lifeline now is Raul's quarantunes. I mean,
Yeah,
I was getting these things. They're like the consistency of you hitting me with this beautiful voice and these beautiful songs. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I'm going. I got to call Raul. I mean, I've got to call Raul. So I'm hearing this stuff that you're doing because of like the place that you're at. You definitely went for the what I can do versus what I can't do, and came out with some.
yeah,
Tell everybody about that, man. How many songs have you done now? 'Cause I know you can go on your Instagram and you can like
yeah,
listen and flip through them almost. You could make a playlist out of
yeah.
that. Yeah, and you got the
Well,
organ
thank you,
going.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little. Well, I have to brag on the Mellotron
the
first of all.
Mellotron,
It's a brilliant instrument,
brilliant.
and if you get the sound cards that have the rhythm patterns,
Yeah, you just
they're
push a button.
really exceptional. Yeah, well, it's you got to play a key. You got to learn the instrument. There's a code to it. I mean, it's not a piano. You don't sit down and play the keys. They don't always match up, but it takes a minute. But now, man, I first started playing it when we did the Christmas record, and I wrote every
Song.
song on that Christmas record on that thing because it's
Well,
just a music machine.
you
And
gotta you're gonna
so,
draw a line out in your yard that's 6 foot away. I'm coming over and we're writing a damn song, man. I mean, Jiminy Crickets on the Mellotron. It seems like
come
it's
on,
magic.
it
It's
is,
magic.
man, it is. And so, I thought, this is the time. This quarantine is the time to do the stuff you've always wanted to do because nobody can tell you otherwise. A and B. Now is the time to like learn all the songs you wanted to
Yeah,
learn, record all the stuff you want to record,
yeah.
and that's all I've been doing. And so, I thought, man, if I'm going to be sitting around, I'm going to learn some old songs, and I'm going to figure out this Mellotron because. I mean, just think if concerts never happen again, I always have my Mellotron, and I could do a gig from home.
Right
That
here.
was
Boom.
right here.
Right here. Boom. You definitely got it.
Yeah. So it's a groovy instrument, and man, it was a way to pass the time, and it's still a way to pass the time. When I got to 20, I thought, okay, that's enough.
give myself a break and eat some
give
peanuts.
it. Yeah. I'm gonna give myself a break and talk to Big Kenny for a while and play some guitar and whatnot.
There you go. There you go. So, is there a song from that, or those 20 that are one that you also do on a stringed instrument?
Sure, man. Absolutely. Um, let me see.
Because I'm just enjoying the shit out of hearing you sing, man. This is like it's such
Well,
a treat. I mean, heck, this is such a treat for me to sit here and to listen to you. It's just awesome, man. God bless you and
oh,
thank you.
thank
Yeah.
you, brother. All right, I'm gonna take off my headphones so we can
Sit there
play a
on the
song here.
microphone in front of him on the
Yeah.
counter again. This is how we do it. Yes, we figured out this.
All right, man. Since you requested a song from the Corin tunes that I played on the Mellotron, I'm gonna play one of my favorites that I recorded. It's an old Artie Shaw song number that goes like this, and it's a beautiful night. It's called Moonglow. It must have been Moonglow, way up in the blue. It must have been Moonglow that led me straight to you. I still hear you saying, dear one, hold me fast. So I'll keep on praying. Oh Lord, please let this last. We seem to float right through the air. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. And now that there's moon glow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moon glow gave me you. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. We seem to float right through the air. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. And now that there's moon glow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moon glow gave me you. That moon glow gave me you. That moon glow gave me you.
Somebody asked me, they said, how would you describe Raul Malo's voice? How would you describe it? And I said, man, it's smooth. It's smooth. It's classic and beautiful. It's a tuned instrument. It's just, it's got, you have chordal stuff that's going on, man, when you're singing. I love listening to
Thank
some
you,
of these
man.
comments about you singing, Raul. And one of my favorites, it says we all enjoy the shit out of hearing him sing. Yes, everybody's enjoying the shit out of hearing you sing, Earl. That is just awesome. Hey,
Thank you.
I saw brother John jumped into this stream there a while ago too, man. I
Oh
was telling
yeah.
everybody earlier, that Shannon, we were all on watching Shannon last night too. These guys are heading out and seeing you, and going back and having those same sort of memories too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you
Oh, send my love to Johnny when you see him again. Oh, well,
absolutely,
that'll be a
John.
while, but when you talk to
Yeah.
him.
So there's a question out here. Everybody wants to know, Roll, is what is the rabbit on your shirt?
It's I guess that's the brand. It's called Psycho Bunny.
Psycho Bunny. That's
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah,
it. That's it. We got some Psycho Bunny right here. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. So
It's still chilly, man. You still, and I mean, I live near campus. I'm like, I'm old enough to wear a sweater now.
yes. I mean,
You know,
it fits, and it evidently keeps the vocal cords warm. All that stuff. It's
yeah.
working exactly like it's supposed to work. So
Thank you, bro.
you sent me. I got to hear this new album. I don't guess
Ooh,
everybody's heard it yet, but I wanted to mention for a minute about that too.
sure.
It's on Mono Mundo, right?
Yeah,
The records, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the Mavericks doing Espanol.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Yeah,
s-
man.
but what got me about it is the first song that I'm listening to is, Roll, you don't like a good classic spaghetti western, do you?
You like guitar? You
You
like that?
oh just stunning, man. I mean the horns and the
Thank you,
vocal
man.
come in, it's just stunning. So when's that coming out? What's the deal with that?
Okay, well, we have been working. Man, one of the things I've always wanted to do was do a Spanish record, and I really
Yeah.
wanted the Mavericks to do a Spanish record more than even because I just really thought that the one that would be really fun would be if the Mavericks were to do a Spanish record. I think that
Yeah.
would be a different
Yeah.
thing,
Dude, if I could
and
sing
so
Spanish
yeah.
like you, Big and Rich would be doing Spanish records. But I can't do that. It is beautiful. It's just beautiful. It rolls off your tongue. It's just so I'm so you're. I mean, it's amazing to me you can sing in either language like that, and I just think it's
Well,
beautiful. Yeah,
thank you, brother.
yeah,
And so we've been working on it for a while. We've been putting out other records. We had the Play the Hits last year. We did the Brand New Day, which was the first one on 30 Tiger. And so we've been busy, putting out music and touring and all that. And the Spanish one we've been working as we've been going along, because there was never really any hurry to put it out, but we knew it was something that was going to come out. And so looking at this year and looking at what our options, we had a whole tour planned, and we were supposed to be on the road working it. Now it's coming out in August. It's still
yeah.
going to be released in August. Um,
So did you do that? Did you record that this spring? Then I mean,
yeah,
did you just record that?
no, we finished it this spring. We
But
put the
you had been
final
working
touches.
on it over
We
a
have been
period of
working on
time. Yeah.
right, exactly. So
But
we
you
have been
got it at a
working on it.
point now that you can say we are going to release it
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
year in September.
Yeah, and it's done, and so we're like, we're so ready for the record to come out, and of course, we just have to alter our plan instead of instead of releasing the record and touring to promote it, we're actually going to
Yeah,
release the record, promote it, and then
yeah,
go tour.
yeah.
So,
Well, would you
um,
do me a favor here? I
yeah,
mean, if you don't want to say you can sing the whole song or not, but would you sing something in Spanish for us? I mean,
no, of
your
course,
voice and
of
the
course,
language is just so beautiful. And I mean,
sure.
I'll catch a few of those words, man. But just hearing it is beautiful. And people on here, man, there's a lot of fans out there, and for all of our Spanish singing, loving fans, they ought to hear
Sure,
that, man.
man. Well, I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna play you a song. I was planning on playing one of the Spanish ones, so I'm glad that you asked. Um, I'm gonna play one that we recorded for this album, and I didn't write it, but it's a beautiful. It's one of these beautiful songs that I've always wanted to record, and it's been done a million times. And so there's just now one more version of it, but it's such a beautiful song, and I really wanted to record it because it was, my family loved it. I heard it all my life, and I'm like, yeah, I'm recording that.
It's a
I don't
classic,
care if it's, but yeah, I don't care if it's been
classic.
recorded a million times. And so, anyways, it's a beautiful old song, and it's called Sabor A Mi, which literally translated means taste of me. It's a farewell kiss. Um, on his lover's deathbed. I mean, so
Wow.
it's very sad and poetic, but it's a beautiful song, and it's about eternal
Yes.
love, basically.
Yeah, it's romantic,
And
dude.
yeah, so
You're a romantic. Here we go.
it goes like this.
Raul Malo, y'all. Peace, love, and happy hour.
Oh, let me take off my headphones.
Setting up the microphone.
Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor, nuestras almas se acercaron, tanto así que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú llevas también sabor a mí. Si negaras mi presencia en tu vivir, bastaría con abrazarte y compensar. Tanta vida yo te di que por fuerza tienes ya sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueño, no soy nada y yo no tengo vanidad. De mi vida doy lo bueno, soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años y muchos más, y yo no sé si tenga amor la eternidad, pero allá tan como aquí, en la boca llevarás sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueño, no soy nada y yo no tengo vanidad. De mi vida doy lo bueno, soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años y muchos más, yo no sé si tenga amor la eternidad, pero allá tan como aquí, en la boca llevarás sabor a mí, sabor a mí.
Just stunning. Stunning. I think you got it going on, man. Roll, whatever it was when you moved from Miami. I mean, you figured it out. You had figured out the key down there in Miami back in the day. So, like, kind of give me just a quick little run through, like through the years. So, when did you start playing? What was your first introduction to music, man? Where did you get inspired? Like you got inspired, man.
Man, I grew up in a musical household, really, for the most part. I mean, nobody played professionally, but there was always music. There was a piano, and there was a record player, and my mom had records, my dad had records, and that's when it started for me. Just as a kid, just playing records. I loved records,
Wow.
and uh, and then I got a guitar when I was like 10 years old, and I started, taking lessons and whatnot. And then and as time went on, that bug just got even worse. And once I learned bar chords, I knew exactly what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Uh, that was like life changing. When you figure out your first
Yeah.
A chord or G chord,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, you're like, oh, now you can play Rolling Stone songs,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yes,
got it. I got it.
yeah,
Those
I
songs.
got it. And
I was telling people the other night, man, when I figured out, I loved like learning on Dwight Yoakam. Dwight Yoakam had like
yeah,
guitars and Cadillac is two chords,
yeah,
right? So when
Of
you're like
course.
first, I stopped on a side road and bought a guitar, and I just decided I was gonna learn how to do it, man. Just
That's
decided I
it.
was learn how to do it, and I just
That's
remember
it.
I'm like, holy shit, I can do this. It's
Yeah.
2 chords, like
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, ends up a couple of decades later, end up coming out with a hit song, and it's got 2 chords in it. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
How
greatness can be in the most awesome simplicity too, and that's what I find in music. Like I think that's one of the things that I'm continually drawn to when I listen to your music is the rhythms are always kind of take me to this place. Um, I
Thank
know
you, man.
when you were here, already doing it in Nashville and like during the time of John and I can remember like as other publishers were pitching songs, man. You were pushing the edges. Like you definitely fit into that same mold. The Mavericks were fitting into that same mold that ultimately the Music Mafia and so many of the Music Mafia artists fit into too because we were pushing some edge that everybody's like, you know, that's outside the words outside the box, right? Well, outside
Man,
the box
yeah.
is a glorious
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I think that anybody that this business, it's not, as we well know, it's not just play guitar and sing, and it's a lot more than that. And you know, at the end of the day, man, we get to make a living playing music and doing. I
yeah.
mean, I still love playing music as much now as
I know.
when I was 12 years old and I learned how to play bar chords.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I'll tell you, man, as you're first learning to play guitar and you're starting to play songs and you're learning songs and you're listening to records. I got to tell you, man, the record that talking about those days where you had one of those moments where you heard something that was just life changing, and I remember exactly where I was. But I got to say, Elvis's "It's Now or Never." When I first heard that record,
It's
that's the one that did it for
now
me.
or
Yeah,
never.
like that was such a coming together of so many worlds for me. Elvis, rock and roll, opera. I mean, it was the
Yeah.
connector. Elvis to me was the connector that made this glorious connection with all these
Mhm.
genres and all these styles and
You
and
love opera also, evidently. I mean,
I do.
I
I'm a
love
fan
opera.
of I'm a fan of and certainly opera has its detractors, and
Yeah,
and 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 I get it. It's a very it might be an acquired taste for some.
yeah,
I get
yeah,
that, but I love the pageantry. I love the theater. I love the drama of it. And at the end of the day, the technicality of the singers is
is
beyond.
amazing. Yeah,
The discipline
yeah, yeah.
is truly breathtaking.
It's like a
And when
full-on
you
church organ, like a pipe organ going down, and this one dude's just
yeah
there, just
yeah
ah, just
yeah
oh man.
yeah
I can remember that was one of the things that I would definitely I would drive around Music Row having some um, voice like that blaring in my speakers sometimes on my truck, just getting inspired by it, just
yeah,
feeling it.
it is
Yeah,
inspiring. But I love that about music, and I love all kinds of music for those same reasons. Music just it just hits you, and when it does, man, it's a beautiful thing. You can't. I call music my beautiful curse.
yeah, yeah.
I can't shake it. I don't want to shake it, really.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to shake it
Yeah,
either. And I mean, it definitely, in the midst of the times, and again, all the things that the limits that have been placed on everybody's freedoms. The one things that we can still do is we can always, hum a tune. We can sing a song. We've been given that blessing of
that's
a
right.
voice to sing a song. You can hum a tune. You can whistle a tune. You can whistle while you work, man. Joy is our choice. The joy is
Yes,
our
sir.
choice, man. And
Yeah.
the music brings that joy. It's brought that joy to me so many times. The joy is our choice. Well,
Hey, Kenny, salute here. My Dino, my oldest son, just poured me a drink and wanted to say hey to you. He's a big fan.
awesome,
Hey, Big Ken, I'm a
Dino.
big fan, man. I follow you on Instagram. I appreciate everything y'all and John do, man. And Y'all are real inspirations for me, this next generation and whatnot. And
Well,
All
love you,
right.
buddy. Love you,
just
buddy.
made sure to get my dad liquored up.
He's saying he loves you too.
Thank you,
So,
thank you, brother. Thank you
all
so
right.
much, man. Hey, you still ride a motorcycle now and again?
Oh, brother, that's all I ride. I don't even have a car. I got
Yeah.
4 motorcycles. I got 4 motorcycles and 5 Vespa scooters.
No.
I swear, I don't have a car. I Uber everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Man, I think you got it all worked out right there, man. That is definitely the way to do it. That is definitely the way to do it. Man,
Well, it's a way.
well, so we're gonna get us a cruising ride going here before long, man.
Yes, sir.
But I don't drive fast. I don't drive fast,
No.
and I know that you
Neither
have
do
the
I, man.
ability. You have the ability because I've seen your skill set, and your skill set is grand on 2 wheels. I must tell you, everyone out there, brothers and sisters, Brother Raul knows
man.
how to ride. He has a skill set when it comes down to that. So I know that me and him both send big respect out there to all of our friends, all of our fans who ride 2 wheels too. And man, send out a lot of love to those folks, man.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
Raul, man,
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I know that I have a 1 hour show here, and we've already gone past it. But I could hang out with you all night, and I could sit.
Yeah,
we would
brother.
be playing songs
Easily.
back and forth.
Easily.
I love you so much, and I
Thank
just
you, man.
appreciate you jumping in here with us and making this Peace, Love, and Happy Hour so special. I know so many of the fans out here, man. These messages I'm getting from everyone are just mind blowing.
Oh, man.
So
Thank you,
God
brother.
bless you. Let's
Thank you,
do it
man.
again,
You
man.
too.
I'm there. You ever need a rock and roll country boy, farm boy, anything? I'm there. You know, we
You got it.
whatever it takes. We're ready to rock.
We shall do something, man. I can't wait to see you in person. Give you a big old hug and we'll see each other again for sure. And thank
Absolutely.
you everybody out there for listening and watching and you for inviting me on your show, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Cheers, everyone.
absolutely,
Stay safe.
brother. Cheers. Here. Cheers.
Here.
God bless you, brother. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. All right, man.
Everybody, make some noise for Brother Raul Malo. How about that? Was that crazy or what? Well, I tell you what, man, I just was blown away by all the talent I got to see tonight and all the talent I saw last night. This streaming thing is just rocking. I know you're saying thank you. I'm saying thank you. I just want to end the night with a big thank you out there to all of our mothers. I know that Raul feels the same way that I do, and that we want to say a big thank you to all the women of the world, the ladies of the power hours of our life, all the happy hours of my life, means so much to me. And I know I've shown people time and again my picture of me and the little choir, the church choir, my mama. Oh, there you go. I'll show you that one. Yeah, that was me, Big Kenny. Big Kenny, we need little Kenny in the church choir. My mama had that going, so that's where I learned how to sing. I send the hallelujah out to her and my grandmothers and all of our mothers. I know Brother Tim McGraw put out a new song this week. I called Mama. Y'all make sure to check that one out. Make sure you tune in to Brother Raul and his on his socials and the Mavericks and follow everything they're doing. Damian Horn last week with me. Make sure you're checking him out, Brother David Bryan. God bless him. Joining me the week before that. Hauser and Dina Carter and everyone's been joining. John, man, just God bless them all. So awesome to have everybody there with us. And so we're gonna do this again. We're gonna keep it going. And we're going to keep the music playing no matter what. And I'm going to look forward to seeing everybody here again next week. Same bat time, same bat place. And we're going to have it rocking on down in the free world. Make sure to check out Brother John and John Rich and Happy Hour next Friday at 7 o'clock. And then we'll have Happy Hour over here at Big Kenny's house again on Saturday. I don't know where our guest is going to be yet, but I guarantee it's going to be special. I cannot believe Brother Raul showed up, man. What a talent. What a singer. God bless Jamie Hanna for, being such a great songwriting friend and over the years, and all this community of these great creators and talent here in Music City, USA, man. Thank you all. I love y'all big time. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Man, I looked at a dozen songs today thinking how I could sing it and say it. And I think the greatest way I can sing it and say it is simply that, man, I love y'all. I love you all. I love you big time. And it's great to have a day of the year to remind us all how important all the ladies out there are. So, Big Kenny, Big and Rich, this is Peace, Love, and Happy Hour coming at you from the Pub of Love right inside my front door. Love y'all big time. See you back here next week. Same bat time, same bat place.